FN 509 special. 500. 3 mags, night sights, 9mm. Gun showers, YouTubers, it is Saturday, April 12th, 2025. We are at the St. Louis Athletic Center for the big St. Louis County Gun Show. Man, it is a beautiful Saturday morning. We have $580 for today's budget with a little carryover from last week. And of course, guys, if you are enjoying this content, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and you leave a comment letting me know what you thought about not only this gun show, but perhaps what I picked up at the gun show, or maybe what I missed. That's the big one. I don't know everything. That is a for sure. That is the one constant on this channel, is I assuredly don't know everything. So I learn a lot from your guys' comments. So please feel free to correct me. Feel free to educate me. I am here for it, guys. The gun show opens up here in about 10 minutes, and so I'm pacing around up front doing my intro. In the meantime, you guys make sure to watch this video. For those of you who've been following along on my content, you know I'm putting together this tank and machine gun shoot ride targeting July 5th of this year. This is the second of 3 gun shows where you can get a free raffle to try to attend that with me. So make sure you guys come out this weekend. You've got today and tomorrow left, and then weekend of May 16th in St. Charles, Missouri for the big St. Charles Gun Show. That'll be the last time that you can enter in this free raffle. A little bit of a line showing up there, but I got about 7 more minutes till them front doors open before we get inside and find that deal. All right, guys, we made it into the gun show here. It is just starting. The line was out the door big time. Beautiful gun show as always. I love the lighting in here. One of my favorite gun shows to film in terms of just the lighting alone. It really allows me to see the detail in these firearms. Nice. Bright gun show. Huge. Love it. We'll just start right here. Right, guys, we got the Glock 43X 9mm, 600, a Ruger Vaquero 44 mag, 750, the Walther PPK-S, 650, Ruger 22 long rifle, 22 mag cylinders, 800. Full disclosure, Missouri weather be killing my allergies, so I'm gonna do my best not to sniffle. My eyes hurt, blah, blah, blah. You're probably gonna hear a lot of sniffles from me today, so I'm sorry in advance. Walther PPX 9mm. Run 400. We got the Colt Target 22 long rifle, 875. We got a Phoenix Arms. Love me the Phoenix Arms. One of my favorite little pocket pistols for the summer in the shorts. 185. 2 mags. Hit the pinky. I really like that as affordable guns. If I can't find something I like, or I can keep maybe 3 on one gun, 2 on another, that'd be the one. All right, we got the Phoenix Arms Deluxe Rangemaster. Comes with a longer barrel, double mags, 250. We got the Police Positive Colt 3220, 550, Ruger Vaquero in 45, 785, a Ruger Blackhawk in 357, 3 screw 750, a Colt in 22 mag 750, CZ52 762 50 by 25 425, a Smith & Wesson 9mm M&P 2.0 480. We got an Iver & Johnson 22 9-shot 350.
I like the carbines. I mean, everybody's got ARs.
I like that one too. Smith & Wesson Mod 60, 795, Smith & Wesson Mod 36-1, 925, a Smith & Wesson 38, Smith & Wesson Plus P, 495, and a Car PM 9mm, 475. We've got a Norinco SKS, all matching, 680, very beautiful gun right there. We got a Savage in 300 Win, run 695, and a Henry in 30-30, run 865 right there. We got first one in the rack, 28 gauge, beautiful finish on that. Consignment, look at that nickel, 28 gauge, wow. That is a very nice TriStar right there. Got another TriStar 20 gauge, 900 next to it. And a Berica FLN 12 gauge, third one in the rack. I don't see a price on it, 450. And then we got an Iver Johnson, 700 model, 12 gauge, 300, and last one on the rack, Charles Daly, 20 gauge new, 170. All right, guys, we've got a CZ Scorpion Evo 9mm factory CZ 922 SBR kit, 1500. Wow, very nice, very cool. We got a Rock River MK18 clone in 5.56. There's all your details there. Run $3 grand. That's a very nice firearm there. And then we got a CZ Bren 2 in 5.56 with the SBR. Very cool. 3,300. We'll get out of these guys' way here. Look at this. Not for sale. Looking for DP28 items though. Beautiful gun. I don't want to get the guys in the back there in the film. Very cool firearm. Got a Chinese SKS factory drilled and tapped with scope. Run a 600 there. Then we've got a Monarch Arms AR-G3 and AR-10. Takes G3 mags. There's all your details. Run a $3 grand. We got an M21 SKS converted to take the AK-47 mags. 800 bucks. Still a good finish on that rifle there. And then another Chinese SKS Type 56 converted to 223. Oh, that's cool. 600. And I don't see anything here. Here we go. Chinese Type 81 22 cal air gun. That's unique. Huh. 350. And then Remington M870 or Riot version, 1 of 3, Wingmaster model, late 60s. So all that information. Yeah, $3 grand on that. And what in the heck is this one right here? Got a 22 cal Remington Matchmaster, military finish, U.S. property. Beautiful gun there. Running 1275. Very nice. And we've got the 380 SIG P238 Auto, 575. We've got a Smith & Wesson 38 Special, model 640, run 720. Smith & Wesson 38, model 38, 850. We've got the Smith & Wesson model 15-2, 38 Special, target sights, special grips, 585. A French dated 1810 muzzle loader, running 865. We got a French de Guermann, I can't read that one, y'all would have to. Running 1,200 on that one right there. We got a Smith & Wesson Model 37 Airweight, 725. We got the Colt Detective Special, 925. Got a Smith & Wesson Model 60 Stainless, 565. All right, we got the Smith & Wesson 32 safety handles, 450. We get close on those tags so you can see it. 295 for that Smith & Wesson 32 hand ejector. Another Smith & Wesson 32 hand ejector, 475. Again, so you can read that placard. Press pause, 550. Beautiful one right there, around 650. Military Police Smith & Wesson, model 1905, fourth change, 695. Smith & Wesson 38 Military Police, 795. Smith & Wesson 38 Military Police again, 795. Chief Special Smith & Wesson, 725 above that. We got a Liege Belgium Muff Pistol, percussion 50 cal ivory grips, 550. And the Amato Rossi, 350. Let me get out your guys' way. Another 28 gauge. It's like they're talking to me. Hand of UTAS, 385, 28 gauge. That's not too bad. 385 for 28 gauge. It's hard to find them. That might be my calling there. Oh, sorry, brother. We got a Winchester Model 61, 22 short, long rifle pump, running 875. We got another Winchester 61 again, 875. Third one on the rack, the Remington 870 Express Magnum, 475. Then we've got a Traditions Buck Hunter Pro, 50 cal, 350. 50 cal, weird setup muzzle loader. Look at that chamber. And then a Knight LK93 with scope, black powder, 250. Got a Smith & Wesson Model 32-2 9mm, like news, 925. A old model 1.5 first issue Smith & Wesson, 495. Smith & Wesson new model 44 Smith & Wesson Russian rare, factory letter Mexico, 3900. We got another Smith & Wesson 3844 Outdoorsman with box, factory letter, 3150. Model 14-3 K38 Masterpiece, 1300. Wow, look at the finish on that. Registered 357 Magnum, engraved by Joseph Fugger, Dickens Co., Texas, Rancher Sheriff. Documentation, I don't see a price on it, very neat. We got a third model Russian, new model Russian, 3900 Smith & Wesson. I don't know what all that means at all. Model 29-3, 44 mag, 1450 Smith & Wesson. All right, guys, we are looking at the Rossi R92, I believe. Yep, and 44 mag. We just picked one of them up. Run a 600 on there. Very nice. Marlin Glenfield 3030. running 700. Beautiful firearm there. Savage 99 and 308. Lever action 850. That is cool. And that case hardened finish, very nice. Got a Winchester Buffalo Bill. Beautiful gun in 30-30. Running 900. And we got a Remington 24, 22 long rifle. Running 350. A Valmont Lion over under 12 gauge. Running 600. And a Vietnam Stevens 77 Riot. Awesome. Running 550 there. We got 600 on this SKS Vietnam Bringback. That's cool. And we got 550 on this US Model 11 Navy Riot gun in 12 gauge. And we got a Smith & Wesson 223 556 in the box. Running 850 there. Look at that Makarov Polish Circle 11 with a box. Running 400. Very cool. We got 650 on this Bulgarian 9mm Makarov. We got a Smith & Wesson Model 459 9mm. That's clean. Oh, that's nice. I do like that. 575. And we got right here, we've got these Zastava M72 with the can, 1550, and a Beretta M9 9mm, 695. And right there in the back is an Israeli Galil Arms, 556, 1650. East German 9mm Makarov, running 800. A Norinco Jungle Carbine, 7.62 59 SKS, 975. A Chinese Norinco SKS, 750. Romanian Wasser, 850. A Hungarian AK-47, 1195. And a Venezuela FN-49, 1575. We got 1375 on the Emlyn M1 carbine for World War II, Springfield M1 Grand 30-6, November 1942, 1400. Quality hardware M1 carbine, 1575. We got a Setma Sporter 308, beautiful gun, 925, and a Springfield Armory made 1904, 1095. Standard Products M1 carbine, 1475, and a Romanian 150 GP Wasser, 850 on that one right there. And then we got the Russian Arsenal Sega 410, 1400, and a Czech RV85 flare tear gas gun, 850. Very cool. All right, we are looking at the Savage 270 Axis. We're on 563 on that one right there. And look at that, nice looking little Rossi. 22 long rifle, Rio Bravo 385. That's a good looking Rossi. That's for sure, I like that. And then we got us another Rossi Bravo. I like this one even better. It's got the larger loop. We're in a 313, and it's threaded. And I was just talking to this guy about suppressors. Uh-oh. We got a Sig P230 9mm Kurtz 1250. There it is. Beautiful little gun right there. And we got a Colt Detective 38 Special 1250. A Polish P64 9x18. I do not see a price. A Star Mach Super 9mm Largo, again, I don't see a price there, and a CZ52 and 9mm, around 425. Got the Taurus PT111 Pro, 335, Sig P6 9mm, 850, Ruger LCP, 350, and the Taurus PT99 9mm, Beretta Cologne, 425. I like that too, but man, I really like that threaded 22 over there, and a FN High Power, 1325. PSA 5.7, 475. Got another PSA dagger, 400. That's the first time I've seen a complete dagger at the gun show. 400, nice. And that Charles Daly, what are we looking at on this one over here? I can't see a price on that one. SR9, 375. Beretta APX in 9mm, 400. It seems like a good deal, especially new. And then a Beretta Mod 92 FS, 9mm, 775. Very cool. Let me get out your way, brother. We get the Mossberg 20 gauge, bolt action. Running 300. Look at that long guy right there. And then we got a Winchester 1400 12 gauge, running 400. A Winchester 1892 and 32 WCF, 2100. Then we got another lever right here in 30-30 Winchester 94, 1946, running 1250. We got a Savage, a Savage 22, 300. We got a Tower 1862 Civil War musket, 5.77 caliber, 1100. We got a Husqvarna 65x55, running 750. We got a Marlin 22 carbine, 275. We got a El Tigre Spanish Winchester 4440, running $14.50 there. We got a Powell and Sons black powder shotgun side by side, $7.50. An NEF 4570 single shot, $6.50. Winchester 1873 38 WCF, $29.50. J.C. Higgins, and then what caliber is that? 20 gauge. 20 gauge. No mag, that's why. $2.50. A Shapley 12 gauge, double side by side, $3.25. That's from World War II era, I bet. Made from that plastique. I got one of these in 16 gauge. That's not too bad, honestly. So double barrel for $3.25. That's a pretty good price. Bolt action 20 gauge, short and stock, $3.75. We got an Enfield 303, $500. Browning BPS 12 gauge, $500. And last one on the table, Winchester 20 gauge, 1200 model, $400. The Beretta 71. Damn.
A spare mag for that too back there. That's a fun little gun.
I'm a Beretta collector, but I didn't bring 6. I got 580 only on me today, so that is nice. Haven't seen the model 71 yet. Older one either. Very cool, very cool. And we got the Smith & Wesson 2206.
Yeah, that's a fun gun too.
525.
That is a fun little point.
Oh,
right
I
there.
don't want to push them together. I'm so sorry. I wanted to feel the weight on it. I haven't picked one of them up.
Pull the slide back and see how different it is. It slides way different than the way different you're used to.
So that's what I was looking at too.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a fun gun.
Trying to see. There it is. Awesome. That's cool. I haven't seen one of them.
Yeah.
Very neat. Thank you.
Yep.
That's very cool. $5.25 for that one. Smith & Wesson 2206. Am I missing out on that? Should I pick something like that up?
Yep.
That's nice. I like it. I wish I had a little more money. I haven't seen one of these 71s, my older style like that. Old Jaguar grips.
Yeah.
I like that. FM
I had
Browning,
the 32
$9.50.
matched it,
Yeah.
and then it sold last gun show.
That's good.
You
That's
know,
good though. Heck
They
yeah.
looked identical.
Yep.
And that husband and wife come up and she's like this, his and hers. There you go.
Yeah, try to get it for both, man. I get it. Awesome. All right, we got the Airlight Smith & Wesson 340 tie, $9.50. Very nice. We got $8.95 on this Colt 1903 and 32 cal. Got a Savage 1903 running $500 next below it. And then the Tank Folio in 380, $325. We got 2140 on this 9mm Caspian Arms rare with box mags. Very neat looking gun right there. Look at the mags above it. Cool. We got some case hardened replica up there. Something Bisley, Stampede Bisley model, though I don't see a price on it. Then we got $7.95.
$7.95. That's a
$7.95 on that one. Nice. Very cool.
Got the box and all the good stuff for that one.
Cool. Smith & Wesson Model 10 Bianchi, $7.95. We got the high standard sharpshooter with optic on $650 there. We got $600 here on this Colt Police Positive, excuse me. And then a Cimarron 357, we're on $490 on it. Another Cimarron 357, we're on $490. We've got $740 on this P38 P1, very nice. Sequential, sold as a set, matching 45 long Colts, $1,800. And we got $715 on this Colt Army 38. Very nice Colt Peacemaker 357 mag, $1,800. A Smith & Wesson 686, $1,100. And 1910 Police Positive Target 22 with ammo. That's a good looking little gun there. With ammo up there, running $1,095. And a Ruger Charger. What's that price? We're looking at $475. Got a Springfield Model 2020 bolt action 22 long rifle, running $800 right there. And then we've got a Smith & Wesson 1845 45 Colt, around $1,300. We've got us a Ruger LC carbine. Let's see if we can get a price on there. Sales $785 on that LC carbine. Then we got a Ruger American in 7mm I8, $565. A Henry H009 GL long loop, $875. In 3030, a Henry TAC Ranger threaded, $556, $1,050. Then we got the Henry H100 H001, TL, $450 for the 22. And then we got a Black Rain Ordnance, $556, $1,200. Another Black Rain, $1,200. We got the Browning A5 Sweet 16, $1,650. And we got the used Remington 700 Custom 270, $1,350. We got a consignment Savage Model 99, 300 Savage with scope, $900. And we got a Weatherby Mark V 300 Weatherby Magnum, $2,000. Then we've got a Rossi 243 Winchester single shot wood, $250. New England Firearms 223 single shot, $500. A Savage Mark II with scope, $290. 22 long rifle. Then we get a Savage B17, 17 HMR left-handed with scope, $425. I really shouldn't pass that up, being a left-handed in my budget with a scope in one of my favorite calibers. And I've got a lot of gun show. I haven't been to any of these tables yet here, and I've seen about 2/3 of the ones behind me. I got a long way to go. I like that a lot, though. I like that a lot. With the Mossberg Patriot 308. Man, I could use a 308. I need one. With, oh man, 2 of them in a row that I like. And some back there, $450. We got the Marlin 336 Limited, 30-30 Winchester, $650. Got a Mossberg 500C 20 gauge, $325. A little work done up on that. And a used pump action camo thumb hole stock, $375 Mossberg. And we got a used Stoker Condor 12 gauge, over under, $450. We got a consignment Remington Model 10, 12 gauge pump, $900. And a Hatfield 20 gauge single shot, $125. I like my 125 guns, that's for sure. All right, we got the Smith & Wesson 629 Classic 44 mag, $1,050. Smith & Wesson 686-6, 357 mag, $925. A Pieta Great Western 45 long Colt, $495 used. Smith & Wesson M&P 9 Shield EZ, $495. We got these Ruger single 9 22 mag, $700. Single 10 22 cal, $675. The Ruger single 6 and 22 cal, $695. Well, that's a beautiful one. I like them grips. Ruger Blackhawk 357 and 9mm, $825. Then I've got the CVA black powder only, 36 cal, around $350. Rossi Brawler, $210. Ruger Super Wrangler 22 cal, $295. And we got the Mac 9 DS 9mm, $900. FN High Power 9mm, $1,100. Kimber KHX Pro 9mm, $1,350. $675 on the Springfield SA 35 and 9mm with 1 mag. We got the Kel-Tec P17 22 long rifle, threaded, $210. Got another one, OD Green, $210, $210, 2, 3, 4. Okay, oh, it's a PMR 30. I was like, wait, what? PMR 30, 22 mag, 230 round mags, $400. That's actually a pretty good price. I like that as well. I would love to have one just because of the capacity alone. We got the T-Sash. Okay, threaded, 45 ACP. I don't see a price on it. Wait, well, let's see, $675 on the fully threaded ones. And we got the T-Sash P7, PX57, $435, 1911 Night Stalker, $665, and the Sail 300 on the Car Arms, $380, $300. Winchester XPR Sporter 243 Win, $600. We got a promo price, $725 on the Winchester XPR Thumb Hole Varmint. Then we got a Winchester XPR Sporter, $308, $595. Winchester XPR 300 Win Mag, $620. XPR and 7mm Odd 8, $620. Winchester Wildcat 22 long rifle, $335. Another Wildcat threaded. Ooh, I like these too. I talked about them last week. $290, and another Wildcat, $300. Got a bunch of these Wildcats. $290. I'm seeing $335 for this one here. Got $335 again over here. Don't know the biggest difference. This is the Expert SRA True Timber Strata finish would be my guess. Winchester XPR 22 bolt again, $300. And we've got a Winchester 1895 Walnut 3040 Craig, $1,600. Very cool. Browning BL22, field grade number 1, 22 long rifle, beautiful gun, $750. Savage Axis 2, $400 Legend, $460. Sale price, $425. Savage B-Mag 17 Winchester Magnum, $400. And then we got a CVA Scout 444 Marlin, $425. And a Smith & Wesson FPC 9mm, $575. Hold up. Look at this. And in my budget, that is such a beautiful gun. Man. Okay, $500. Too many good things to see at the show. $400 for the Chiappa and 22 takedown. And then we've got the Rossi R92 45 long Colt, 550. I'm glad to see that price still holding. We got another Circuit Judge, 45, 410. Don't see a price on it. We got a Century's Arm, BFT 47, 800. We got the Century Arms Draco 9mm, 600. Close out AR-15s, guys, running 430 a pop. I bet I could pick me up another $400 AR at this gun show if I wanted one, and I might. GL10s, 600 for these pistols from GL10, an AR platform. We got G4 shotguns running 280. Again, 280. Going pretty quick on these guys. I'm not too worried. Tucker bullpups, 280. And we got an FN 509 LS Edge 9mm, 1100. FN 510 10mm, 800. FN Reflex 9mm, 600. FN 509 Special, 500. 3 mags, night sights, 9mm. Seems like a pretty decent deal right there. All right, we get the Auto Ordnance 1911 TCA 1776, running 800. Auto Ordnance 1911 Baba Black Sheep 1500, and an Auto Ordnance 9mm 700. Kimber Raptor 2 News 45 ACP 1400. Colt King Cobra Target $1,000. Cobra Elite Delta 10mm 1100. Colt Anaconda 44 mag 1500, and a Smith & Wesson Custom Shop Competitor 686 357 mag 1600, and its Traditions 1873 45 Colt 700. Got some Heritages. We got 170, 160. I don't see their prices. 190. The Colt 2000 used 500. Taurus TH9 used 400. And a Browning Buckmark 500. We got a Bullard 44 Civil War Quad Rail Raider 3500. And we got a custom 98 Mauser 44 Whalen 1200. Custom 98 Mauser again 30-06. Runs 600 there. And then a Ruger Model 77 and 270 Win. Right here, running 700. Then we got a Mexico Mauser 98, running 575 right there on that one. Then we got a Colombian Madsen 30-06, running 1500, 1600 on that one. And a Remington Model 66. That's a nylon, heck yeah, 575 right there, very nice. We got a 44 cal black powder, 275, another 44 cal black powder, 350. Ruger Super Blackhawk 44 mag, $1,000. Colt 1911, 1934, 6,000, and a Smith & Wesson Shield plus 30 Super Carry, 550. Ruger Super Blackhawk old model, 1600, and a Ruger new Blackhawk, $1,000, and a Smith & Wesson Model 29-2 44 mag, 2,500. We've got a 224 Valkyrie AM15, 750. Got a Stag Arms 556, running 850. Got an ATI and 300 Blackout, 500. We've got us a Cruiser 88, I believe. I don't see a price on there. We got a TriStar 12 gauge, 275. We got the High Point 370 for the 45 ACP carbine. And we're looking at a Churchill Model 612 12 gauge, 280. And we've got a 320 Stevens 12 gauge, around 225 on that one right there. And above that, real pretty light Kel-Tec 12 gauge shorty. Wow, 775. That's, I haven't seen one like that. That's neat. And this package right here, that seems like a heck of a deal. Got Burris Optic on a SIG M400. 775 for the whole package. That seems pretty nice. All right, guys, we were looking at the Ruger Mini 14, around 1100 right there. Second one in the rack, we got the Norinco SKS, 700, very clean, very nice. Takes mags. Then we've got a PSA AK-47, 1100, and another SKS from the end, second from the end of the rack, around 700, no other details. And then the very end, an AR-10 and 243, very cool, for 1450, like an AR-10 and 243. Now, you don't see those all the time.
No. That's the next thing about a gun show that's so fun is you get to see things that you don't see every day at the gun store.
That's why I picked up the Circuit Judge last week. It's the second one I've seen in 5 years. So.
What you got there, sir?
All right, Spikes Tactical 556. First one on the rack, 1100. Second one we've got a Ruger AM15, 775. Third one we've got a Radical Arms Optio 12 gauge, run 350. And second from the very end of the rack there, if we can see, is Ruger 1022, 22 long rifle, 600, and very end of the rack, a Troy sporting rifle in 308, $1,000. Got the Mossberg 500, running 450. Got a Remington 870 Magnum, 550 in camo, a Fronchi, beautiful gun, 48, AL model, 20 gauge, 650. Got a Browning Buckmark 22 long rifle, 575, a Mosin Nagant revolver M1895, 550. I'm guessing Mosin because it says Nagant. FIE 200. Little 22 revolver right there, $200. Colt Commando revolver, 38 special, $1,000. Colt 357, $1,250. Got a little, oh, I ain't seen this ROM. 275, that's a much bigger ROM than the one I just bought. RG24, huh. Got a Browning high power 9mm, 1150, Springfield 1911 A1, 45 ACP, 775, another Springfield 1911, 775, and a 6-hour P226 40, 900. Got a 18 gauge shotgun, 40 cal rifle, 380 rounds. Right there, you can check out that tag. Double barrel, around 1100. We got a Remington model 24, 22 short only, 435. We got a Remington model 241 and 22, 475. Winchester model 72, 735 and 22. Winchester 74 and 22, around 400. And I got a lot of people around me, got to get out of the way. Things are going good. Real busy, quite enjoyable gun show. I've seen a few things I like. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna get. A lot of options. I've only seen, I'd say 60% of the show. It's really busy. Every time I seem to get around a table to start looking at stuff, it gets quite busy around that table. Just like it just did when I was walking to that table. So,
That FN, I told Ray,
For $5?
$6.99.
That one you got over here, show.
I have it for $5.
Tell me why I should buy it. Pitch me, Mary.
It's a $7.99 package that I got on sale for $4.99.
What's your out the door total?
For you, let me go ask Bob. A whole
Okay.
lot cheaper than
Okay. Okay. So I was walking around. Mary saw me running around confused, and she says, "You need to get one of these FN 509s. They got them on sale right now." We walked by it earlier, checked it out. It's got 3 mags. I love 9mm. I've heard nothing but good stuff about the gun. I said, "Well, what's your out the door price? Let's figure out what that is first." And
Price on a 509.
yeah. Even at I got 570 in my pocket. If they did me 500 out the door, I'd do it all day long. So that's what we'll see. What?
Well, you mean without the tax?
tax included.
Oh.
But here's the thing, and you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
They have the flat back strap.
Yep.
I put the curved. That
Okay.
sells the gun. That's flat.
Well, I picked one up earlier, and I've heard such good stuff about the 509, and at that
Well,
price.
The good thing is this should have been the gun that the SIG 320. Feel that grip.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you. I knocked the roll pin out and put this grip on because it sells it.
I like that flat back way better. I have
Really?
two. So true story. I have
like
some.
a 1911?
I have small digits. Put your hand up against mine. For a bigger guy, my
And
fingers
I got big. I got girls.
aren't. It's hard for me to grip. So actually, I've got to make sure it fits right.
This one fits my palm better with that on it.
Uh-huh.
Because I palm swell curve.
That one fits me better. That's
See,
that's what I love about. Yes.
That's what I like about them. Trinium night sights,
Yep.
low green like snake eyes.
Yep.
3 17-round mags. And his Terran Tactical.
Yeah. I like that trigger a whole lot. That was I didn't expect that sort of thrust. So I have a trigger job on my P320. Yeah, no. So I understand that. That's surprising because I have a 3-pound trigger on my P320. So that surprises most people. That one was crispy. Just get it. I'm coming for
shout out Gun So.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. How you doing? All right. So they wouldn't say it out loud because a bunch of customers were standing there. We're heading to get that hot dog. Our name's being ran right now, guys. Let's get a hot dog, get that reviewed. But $450 out the door for the FN 509, even though it was on deep sale. I bought a gun from these guys last week when I was in Jeff City. I see these guys at a lot of the shows. They hit up almost every one of the Missouri shows I'm at. And when they see me, they're smart. I was literally walking around, with a glazed look in my eyes, trying to figure out what I was going to buy. And Mary, smart lady, saw that, said, "Let me give you a deal you can't walk away from." And she did. So. Could I get the hot dog and chip basket, please?
Yes.
So this is the Digs where we're getting it from. A little expensive. It was $750, $781 total. Cashless, which I'm not a big fan of, but I also want to try this hot dog. I've had it once before. It was really good then, so it better be really good for the price we're paying today, right, guys? Ooh, making a mess, making a mess. Whew. Bright, and hot dog time. I'll be honest with you, that's a really dang good hot dog. Like I said that last time I was here, it's expensive, but that's beefy. Beefy, and it's about 3 inches longer than the bun. I'm gonna say this is 5 biters so far. Y'all know me. It's a big dog. It's hot, tasty. More $7.50. Nah, but you got to remember things are the value of what they are, where they're at, and this is a big gun show, chock full of people, and they can clearly charge that. So I'm glad to get a good snack in. Let's finish this dog. Go see if the government saw fit to give me my rights yet. What do you got for a case here, 9mm?
So we're running sales on 9 this weekend. We got 500 rounds, free $10 can for 130 on 115 grain or 124 grain. 1,000 rounds, free $50 can.
I'm not good enough to shoot to tell you if grain helps me or not. But yeah, let's pick up one of these.
124s.
Yeah, 124s works for me. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I could use some ammo. I gotta set this camera down real quick. Stick that there. All right, guys, just picked up a 500 round can. 130 out the door. Steel ops, let's get their steel co-ops right there. So real quick, you do targets? You do steel targets?
We do not do steel targets.
Okay.
We do exploding targets.
Okay. All right, guys, we have had another successful gun show at the Gun Show Show. If you guys have enjoyed this content, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and ring that bell. That way you're notified of every episode I drop. I'm really going to target getting out another range build episode this week. I know we skipped a week, but the amount of rain has been quite a deluge here in Missouri. But today, we got to pick up the FN 509. Comes with 3 magazines, 450 out the door. We're also able to pick up 500 rounds of 9mm, 130 out the door. All right, we are outside. Get ready to take a look at this 509 we just picked up. 500 rounds of ammunition, which is a great addition to the range. We're gonna start picking up a lot more ammo as we go. Actually, one of the vendors inside asked if I'd be looking for a ammo supplier to be a part of my range review videos, and absolutely would. So that's a discussion that's gonna go forward as well, which I think is really just cool. Also, I've had some companies reach out about testing their safes, and they look like they're those pistol safes you can keep by your bed. What do you guys think? Should I pick one up? And if I do one of those pistol safe reviews, what should I do? 'Cause I think I should try to break it and figure out exactly what it takes to break it. But anyways, leave those comments below. Let's take a look at this FN 509. I've got a few more weeks to the next gun show, guys. The next gun show I currently have permission to film at is in St. Charles, Missouri next month, mid-next month. May 16th, I believe, is the weekend. And that is also the last weekend you can go and apply for a free opportunity to ride the tank and shoot machine guns with me on July 5th. We're targeting that. Let's take a look at these guns real quick. We got from Steel Co. 500 rounds, 9mm. That'll go good with the range ammo we've been gathering over the last few years. And then we got this FN 509. Very happy to add that to my 9mm collection. We'll have to be doing a review on that. With that comment I just made, guys, if you guys have a gun you want to particularly see me review that I've picked up at any time, please leave that in the comments, and I will try to prioritize those things. I've seen the Calico, which I actually took out and made sure functioned. It does function. The mag's real finicky, so I might buy a new magazine for that Calico before we do a review on that one. But anything else, let me know. We picked up some 44 mag ammo, so we're kind of getting ready for this. Again, I'll be trying to put out an episode this week at Build-A-Range. I should be able to get out this week. And again, we got that monster truck out there now, so that'll be a part of the episode. So if you guys enjoy this content, again, hit that like, that subscribe, and leave those comments so we can beat these YouTube algorithms. I'll see you guys next month at the gun show, but in between time, we'll get a couple reviews in. Peace.